Hey guys, and welcome back to another War Within video. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to cross-realm trade correctly in the War Within. So let's get right into this. Now, why would you want to cross-realm trade? This is to get the best possible price when selling an item. This is mainly used with flipping, selling crafted items, and also selling items that you have farmed. Now this works with items that are not commodities. So the first thing that you're going to need to do is buy at least one warband bank tab. Now the first tab is very cheap, only 1k, and you only actually need one tab to do this. Now what the warband bank allows you to do is move items from realm to realm on the same account. The second tab is 25k, the third tab is 100k, and they're going to get dearer and dearer, but you only need one tab. The fourth tab is 500k, and the fifth tab is 2.5 million. Keep in mind, you only need one tab to do this, so you can get away with just spending 1k. And now the warband is shared across all your characters on your same account. The warband bank is also shared across accounts that are on the same battle.net. So if you have like WoW 1 and WoW 2, they'll both share the same warband bank. So you only need one war bank for all your accounts. Now next, what you want to do is you want to set up banking alts. Now what I personally like to do is have one character on every single connected realm. Now some of the realms have connected auction houses, so on these clusters you only need one character on these clusters of connected realms because they all share the same auction house. There are still a lot of realms that you're going to need to make old characters on. Now if you have one account, you can still do this, but you're not going to be able to cover every single realm that is on your region. You can only have 65 characters with one account. So if you want to take it the extra mile, you can have two accounts on the same battle.net, and this way you'll be able to cover every single possible auction house that is on your region. However, you can do this with just one account, and what I recommend doing is making around 63 characters, so you have two spare slots to make more characters on realms that you don't have to buy items. Now here is a website of the connected realms. As you can see, the auction house is shared between your realm and the realms connected to it. So you want to select which region you're on, and first of all it's going to show you the connected realms. So you only need one bank character on each of these clusters, and this is going to allow you to cover the auction house that is on every single one of these realms for the clusters. Now there is also realms that are not connected, so these are just single realms. You're going to need at least one character on all of these realms. I recommend starting off with the highest populated realms to sell on. Now the next thing that is important to do is with TSM is to turn on this setting right here, enable region-wide trading. This will allow you to share data across different realms. This is very important when it comes to flipping and just keeping track of all the data when you're selling items across multiple different realms. You will have to do a reload after you select this option to make it active. Now I'm going to show you how to move an item from one realm to the other using the warband bank. So for an example here, we have the Blade of Henna. What we're going to do just with this example is we're going to move it to a realm that we already know we want to sell it on. So you just want to go to any bank, click on warband bank, and then you want to add the item in the warband bank. Now this warband bank is shared with every character that is on your account. So you can log on to the realm that you want to move the item over to, and then you can simply head over to the bank and remove that item from the warband bank. And just like that, you will have transferred the item from one realm to the other. It's very, very simple. Now you can transfer it from Horde to Alliance. They all share the same warband bank as long as they are on the same battle.net account. They can be on WoW 1, WoW 2, WoW 3 for an example, and they all will share the same warband bank. Next, I'm going to show you a tool that will help you figure out the best possible realm to sell an item to make the most amount of gold from it, or to sell it as quick as possible. So we're going to be using Saddlebag Exchange and their item export search tool. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this with the Blade of Henna. Now we've just searched here, and what this will actually show us is the minimum price we can sort by, and we can see that this has the gold capped for the minimum price. Now this is the default because there is zero quantity for this item posted on these actual realms. So technically we could post for as high as gold capped on these realms because there is no competition. However, we obviously don't want to post an item for gold cap just because there's zero competition. We want to make sure that we still have a chance of selling the item. There is also the realm population. This will show you on average how populated the realm is. So you obviously want to be selling on the highest populated realms. So if we go down, we can see there's actually a realm that has 13,000 realm population and 0 competition. So this would be the best realm to sell this item on in this case for this exact item at the time. Now we could also search from realm population. Area 52 has the highest population but only 379k. Illidan 660k, Storm Rage 683k, and if we go down we can see that Thrall actually has a really good price at 1 million and it has high population. So this could be a good realm if we want to go for a quick sale, but obviously we can go on the realm where there is 0 quantity, so we'll have no competition. It also has a good population, so this would be the best possible realm to sell this item on at the moment. So first of all, let's go ahead and put the Blade of Henna in the warband bank. So we have access to this on our selected realm that we want to move it to. Now we're going to log out. And now what I recommend doing is checking the realm list and seeing if you have a character on the realm that you want to move it to first. This just makes sure that you are on the correct account, especially if you're working with 2 accounts. So yes, we have the realm we want to move the item to. Well, now we're going to have to go through our characters and find this specific realm so we can log in and grab it out of the warband bank. So I believe it's right here. Perfect. Let's go ahead and log into this character. Now, once we log into this character, we're going to make our way over to the warband bank and we're going to simply get out the Blade of Henna from the warband bank, and we're going to go to the auction house and post this up on the auction house. So this is a really good realm with 0 competition and also a high population, so it has a good chance of selling pretty quickly compared to some of the other realms. So overall, a really good realm. So let's go ahead, use my TSM strings from my flipping guide and post this item up for the best possible price, and we have 0 competition. So just like that, we've moved the Blade of Henna to a really good realm and we have 0 competition by doing this. Next, I'm going to show you an item that will have competition on every single realm and how I would go about using the tool to find the best realm. So first of all, let's go ahead and put the Tiny Crimson Whelping in the warband bank, head over to Saddlebag and use the item export search tool and search for the Tiny Crimson Whelping. As you can see, there is one realm that is selling it for the minimum price of 99k, but the round population on that is pretty low. Then we've got Tichondrius, which is 80k, and this has a really high round population, so this could be a good round to actually sell this on. Let's go ahead and search by round population and see the prices. So Area 52, 16k, we have Illidan for 19k, then we also have Storm Rage for about 19k also. Then we have the Frostmourne cluster for 9k, and then we have Tichondrius right there for 80k, and it has a high round population. So Tichondrius is definitely going to be the round to go for because we can sell it for a lot more, and it also has a pretty high round population, giving us a good chance at selling this item. So you kind of want to juggle between having a good price and a high round population that will give you the best chance to sell the item. Or if you're just happy with the most amount of gold, you can sort from the highest price and then sell it on the realm that has the highest possible price for the item. But what I personally recommend doing is kind of juggling in between the realm population and the price. If you can have one that has a good price and a high realm population, this will be the best possible realm to sell an item on because you can get the highest possible price and also have the biggest chance of actually selling the item as quickly as possible. So let's go ahead and post this up on the auction house, and just like that, we have moved this to the best possible realm to sell the Tiny Crimson Whelping on at the moment. So that is how you cross realm trade correctly in the War Within. If you'd like to learn more about making gold and flipping in the War Within, I'd highly recommend checking out my flipping guide for the War Within. In this guide, I go over everything you need to know about flipping in the War Within, and you also get my TSM groups and operations to flip correctly in the War Within. These will have you only post items at a profitable price no matter what, so it makes it very beginner friendly for anyone to flip and start making gold today.